Hi, my name is Linry, and this is Can I Dupe That? This is a series on my channel where in a collection of over 500 nail polishes, I ask myself, do I have a dupe for that? Today, I'm going to be attempting to dupe out ILNP's latest collection, their candy-coated collection. And if you guys have any dupes for this collection, please list them in the comments down below. It is so helpful just to see a variety of polishes just be listed out. That way people have options. Let's get into it. So I do have some rules for this. Rule number 1. I am not allowed to mix polish. I cannot mix a red polish and a blue polish to get that perfect purple. It has to come straight out of the bottle. Rule number 2, I can layer my polishes. That means I have access to my shimmer toppers, my jelly polishes. I can layer my polishes. I have full access to my entire collection, whether it be polishes that suffered batch issues or ones that are no longer available. I have full access to my collection. I cannot do nail art. I know I could achieve a magnetic look or a thermal with a gradient or painting a line on my nails. That takes a lot of the challenge out of this. I am not allowed to do nail art. And all my base colors are done in 2 coats, unless I say otherwise. I also have a point system because arbitrary points makes everyone really mad. People attack me over my fake points. Fine. Try and come for me. You can't take them. I ask myself a series of questions. If I get a question right, I get a point, sometimes half a point. Does it match the feel of the collection? Collections released with a feel. Did I get that vibe? Does it match the vibe of the polish? A polish vibe and a collection vibe are 2 separate vibes. Did I match the color? Did I get that red? Does it match the undertone? Did I get those olives? Does it match the finish? Did I get that magnetic, that thermal, that jelly? Oh no. Does it match the depth of the finish? I can layer a shimmer topper on top of a cream, but it will never have the same exact depth as a shimmer-based polish. Does it match the visual texture? Did I get that flaky bomb? And the most important question of all, can my colorblind fiance see the difference? Let's get into it. The first polish that is up is Gummy Bear. Oh my goodness, this is an absolutely stunning, beautiful Barbie pink polish with a holographic sparkle throughout. It looks to have more of like a crelly texture to it, as it has like this bouncy visualness I'm seeing. It is a jelly polish, but it looks just a little bit more creamier. And ooh, it's beautiful. Let's see how I did. Also, because this is a full jelly collection, I tried to put the putty that keeps my press-ons down while I'm filming all this at my cuticle. So if that's what you're seeing near my cuticle, like that weird thing going on up there, that's what that is. It's just the putty that holds on my press-ons. On my thumb, I tried LA Colors Heat Wave, topped with LA Colors Mirage, and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. I felt like I had like the squishiness to this, though I lacked the color. I lost the color completely. I went a little bit more red. Not a dupe. On my pointer finger, I tried Sally Hansen's Insta Dry Very Cherry Jelly, topped with LA Colors Rose Water and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. Oh my god, you can see the press-on, you can see that putty just bam, right there. Really funny visually. It's very hysterical to look at, oh my god, but not a dupe. On my middle finger, I tried LA Colors Lightning, topped with LA Colors Rose Water and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. Honestly, I felt like my pink was really close. I went just pank though. If you're in Nicole Loves community, you know I went pank there. It's a very bright pink, and I feel like it needed to be toned down. Also, I lost the jelly, so not a dupe. And on my pinky, I tried LA Colors Mirage in 3 coats, topped with LA Colors Heat Wave and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. Again, I felt like I lost that crelly texture. I didn't have it there. I lost the creaminess of Gummy Bear, so not a dupe. But what I settled on my ring finger is LA Colors Rose Water in 3 coats, topped with LA Colors Heat Wave and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. I'm still missing some of that texture, but I feel like color-wise, I was so close. Let's see how it did. Does it match the vibe of the collection? Yes. Does it match the vibe of the polish? Yes. Does it match the color? Yes. Does it match the undertones? Half a point. I feel like I was there, like they're a Barbie pink and I'm a hot pink. It's so close. Does it match the finish? Jelly, jelly, yes. Does it match the depth of the finish? Yes. Does it match the visual texture? No, I do not have that creaminess that Gummy Bear has. I completely am lacking in that just squishy vibe. And could my man see the difference? He couldn't. Wow. He also, just immediately when I opened up my swatches, he said, "What's going on with the index finger?" Questioning my putty. What the fuck? That means my dupe scores 6.5 points. How do they compare in cost? Well, ILNP's Gummy Bears retails for $10 USD, where LA Colors Rosewater retails for $3.50. Check your local Walmarts, they're a bit cheaper there. And LA Colors Heatwave is also $3.50. And China Glaze's Fairy Dust retails for $8.50, bringing my dupe to the grand total of $15.50. The next polish that is up is ILNP's Peach Rings. Oh my goodness, this is on my wish list. Oh my goodness gracious, this is so beautiful. Oh, it's this beautiful orange polish with just this underglow of yellow that just pops up at the top too. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely stunning and looks like that gradient Peach Rings have, and oh, so beautiful. And it's in another jelly finish, so visible nail line is the name of the game. Let's see how I did. On my thumb, I tried China Glaze's Orange You Fierce, topped with Holo Taco's Halogen Glow and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. It's so funny looking. You've got my nail being seen through the press-on. You've got the putty being clearly on display. This is a 10 out of 10 manicure. I mean, this is tomfoolery peak, not a dupe. On my pointer finger, I tried China Glaze's Celtic Sun in 1 coat, topped with China Glaze's Orange You Fierce in 2 coats, and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. I was trying to bring that yellow that I was seeing in the base that was rising up, and I was trying to recreate that, and I was just making yellow nails. It's cute, but not peach rings. On my middle finger, I tried Mooncat's Demeter's Harvest, topped with China Glaze's Orange You Fierce and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. This combo is absolutely lovely. It's so glowy and beautiful, but where's my orange? Orange didn't get the memo. Not a dupe. And on my pinky, I tried Plus Life Lacquer's new high score, topped with China Glaze's Orange You Fierce and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. I mean, I tried, and I failed. Not a dupe. But what I settled on my ring finger is Holo Taco's Box Office Bomb. Oh no. This just got expensive, yo. Topped with Holo Taco's Halogen Glow. I've got the orange now, and now the yellow's just left the house, you know? Or yellow, she's gone. Don't know where she went. Let's see how I did. Does it match the vibe of the collection? Yes, I felt like it was very sweet, you know, like candy. Does it match the vibe of the polish? No. These are 2 very different polishes. Does it match the color? Yes. Does it match the undertones? No. Does it match the finish? Yes, I have VNL. Does it match the depth of the finish? No. Mine's very all one note on top of each other, where you can tell that ILNP definitely has some depth to that polish where it's just things are separating. No. Does it match the visual texture? Yes. And could my man see the difference? He could. He said mine was yellow, which is valid. Is valid. That means my dupe scores 4 points. Ah, how do they compare in cost? No. Go back. Well, Peach Rings retails for $10 USD, and Holo Taco's Box Office Bomb I could not find online because it was a limited edition polish, but I did find an old eBay listing for it that sold 6 months ago for $34.95. Good God. $34. Girl. And Holo Taco's Halogen Glow is $13 USD, bringing my dupe to the very reasonable cost of $47.95. Wow, that's so reasonable. The next polish that is up is ILNP's Sweet Tooth, and my goodness gracious, again, another polish just entered my wish list. This is so cute and candy coated. This literally feels like a fairy's tutu or something. It's so sweet and just perfection ILNP. But it's a beautiful pink with a kind of purple undertone. You're catching that undertone right in the cuticle area, and I tried to focus that purple quite a bit because I felt like that's what helped elevate this polish with a lovely orangey yellow shimmer running throughout. Delicious. Let's see how I did. On my pointer finger, I tried ILNP's Fairy Dust, topped with LA Colors Rose Water. Rose Water is very much a light pink jelly polish, and I was hoping it would tone down Fairy Dust just a bit, because Fairy Dust has that purple tinge. It stayed mostly purple. Not a dupe. On my middle finger, I tried Mooncat's Flight of the Monarchs, topped with LA Colors Rose Water and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. This... wow, so aesthetically pleasing to the fairy just la-la-la-la-ness of my brain. How delicate and elegant this is. If you don't have spaghetti Tupperware whatsoever, oh my goodness, this would look so stunning. Unfortunately, my nails are very yellow. Absolutely lovely. I am tickled the brain. Not a dupe. On my ring finger, I tried China Glaze's Dance Baby, topped with Holo Taco's Halogen Glow and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. Now, this is the point where I don't have many polishes that show off visible nail line. I don't have many polishes that are pink, so I've hit the just limit of my collection, and I have to start targeting the color. I feel like the color was pretty close. I'm lacking a lot of the purple base, though. I need a little bit more purple. Not a dupe. And on my pinky, I tried Zoya's Della, topped with Holo Taco's Halogen Glow, LA Colors Rose Water, and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. Now I'm leaning a little bit too much purple and not enough pink. Not a dupe. But what I settled on my thumb is LA Colors Illusion in 3 coats, topped with Holo Taco's Halogen Glow, and China Glaze's Fairy Dust. I feel that was pretty close. I feel like it's pretty cute. Pretty close. Let's see how it did. Does it match the vibe of the collection? Yes. Does it match the vibe of the polish? Yes. Does it match the color? No. Meh. Does it match the undertones? Yes. Does it match the finish? Yes. Does it match the depth of the finish? Yes. Does it match the visual texture? No. And could my man see the difference? He couldn't. That means my dupe scored 6 points. How did they compare in cost? Well, Sweet Tooth retails for $10 USD, where LA Colors Illusion retails for $3.50 off the LA Colors website. Holo Taco's Halogen Glow retails for $13 USD, and China Glaze's Fairy Dust retails for $8.50, bringing my dupe to the grand total of $35. The next polish that is up is ILNP's Sugar Cube. It is this lovely, soft purple polish, and I'm just gonna put it out there, I would classify this as a topper. That base doesn't seem strong enough to carry a jelly title, where I'm seeing the swatchers visible, like their nail plate quite clearly. I would feel more comfortable calling that a topper, but you know, to each their own. It is a lovely, lovely, bright, glowy polish, and it does feel very sweet. It does feel like a sugar cube. The way the lighting hits that polish just gives it just a ding, and it's so absolutely just sweet. Let's see how I did. On my pointer finger, I tried LA Colors Charms, topped with China Glaze's Fairy Dust. I feel like this is very I'm finding a lot of soft fairy core polishes in my collection. I actually received this as a Christmas gift, so I've yet to swatch it out, but I did receive a lot of fairy core polishes, so maybe I'm entering my fairy girly era, you know? Not a dupe. On my middle finger, I tried ILNP's Light Wave in one coat. That is it. I felt like it kind of had the same exact visual texture as Sugar Cube, but I was really wrong on that. I don't have that glistening bit of it, so not a dupe. On my ring finger, I tried Plus Life Lacquer's Grape Fizz in 3 coats. Now, this is a purple reflective hollow glitter topper, and it kind of gave me similar vibes, but not really. And on my pinky, I tried ILNP's Flower Child, topped with LA Colors Illusion. I feel like this definitely gave me the softness I was looking for, but now I have a bit too much opacity to my colors. I'm not really seeing my nail, and I'm seeing more of the color. Not a dupe. But what I settled on my thumb is LA Colors Nebula in 3 coats, topped with China Glaze's Fairy Dust. Honestly, I feel pretty good about that one. I felt like I got pretty close. Let's see how I did. Does it match the vibe of the collection? No, I just didn't feel it. Does it match the vibe of the polish? Again, I said no. I don't know. Just didn't feel it. Does it match the color? Half a point. I feel like I was so close to the color. Ooh, so close. Does it match the undertones? Again, another half a point. I felt like I was so close. Does it match the finish? Yes. Does it match the depth of the finish? Yes. Does it match the visual texture? No. I just felt like I couldn't get that sugar granule feel that Sugar Cube has. My polish did not have those grains of sugar. And could my man see the difference? He couldn't. Wow! That means my dupe scores 4 points. How do they compare in cost? Well, Sugar Cube retails for $10 USD, where LA Colors Nebula retails for $3.50, and China Glaze's Fairy Dust retails for $8.50 off the China Glaze website, bringing my dupe to the grand total of $12. The next polish that is up is Rock Candy. It is this beautiful teal magnetic polish that was photographed in the Velvet State, so I tried to dupe it out in that state, which was very difficult. It is an absolutely lovely polish. I am a teeny bit disappointed this was not also a jelly polish, as I felt like this colorway would look so beautiful as a jelly. I'm so sad. It's okay. It's still beautiful. Let's see how I did. On my thumb, I tried Plus Life Lacquer's Lifestream, topped with LA Colors Wispy Blue. Now, I did do this in the Velvet State, so I do have that nice little tinge, though I don't have that granule texture. Lifestream is very beautiful, but it was just lacking those individual particles I was seeing. On my middle finger, I tried ILNP's Funhouse, topped with Plus Life Lacquer's Button Mashing. I've ascended, I've gone to heaven. This is the most beautiful combo I have ever discovered. This is just delicious. I'm here for it. This is why I do duping out attempts, and I share every single attempt I've tried, because the combos, bitch. This combo meal is popping off. Oh, I'm so, not a dupe though. On my ring finger, I tried Zoya's Cecilia, topped with ILNP's Flashing Lights. I also did velvetize this as well, trying to get that texture. I felt like I got the texture, but the color, it was so wrong, not a dupe. And on my pinky, I tried Zoya's Harbor, topped with ILNP's Time in a Bottle. This combo has my heart. I'm in love. Not a dupe though. But what I settled on my pointer finger is LA Colors Giddy, topped with Mooncat's Catfished. I mean, it's as close as I could get. Let's see how I did. Does it match the feel of the collection? No. But in my defense, I don't think Rock Candy does as well. I don't know. I felt like she was an outlier. Does it match the feel of the polish? Yes. Does it match the color? Yes. Does it match the undertones? No. Does it match the finish? Magnetic? No. Does it match the depth of the finish? Half a point. I felt like I was pretty close to that depth. Does it match the visual texture? No, I don't have that particle like uppies that rock candy has. And could my man see the difference? He couldn't. That means my dupe scores 3.5 points. How do they compare in cost? Well, ILNP's rock candy retails for $12.50, where LA Colors Giddy I could not find online, but I did pick it up at Walmart for a little over $1, so I'm just gonna say $3.50, as that is the most expensive an LA Colors polish will get to. And Mooncat's Catfish retails for $15 USD, bringing my dupe to the grand total of $18.50. All right, here she is. ILNP's Jelly Bean. Oh. She's beauty, she is grace, she is everything that I could ever want immediately on my wish list. Are you kidding me? Absolutely stunning. You knocked it out of the park, ILNP. I'm here for this. It is a beautiful Kelly green, neonish green with a holographic sparkle and in a jelly finish. Beautiful. Let's see how I did. On my pointer finger, I tried my own personal bottle of a Holo Taco remix. My friend Fanaticure gifted me a polish where someone had mixed together Holo Taco's High Def and Holo Taco's Be Kind Rewind to make the green that was missing from that collection. You could just layer High Def on top of Be Kind Rewind and you will get this green. I just have a pre-bottle of it, so it's a little bit more muted than ILNP, so not a dupe. On my middle finger, I tried Color Club's Wee Liming. Mine suffered a batch issue, though. Every time I talk about this polish, all the responses I get are people saying that their polish looks identical to mine as well, so it seems like that polish just goes off and dies in that, like, it just becomes that color. So it is a batch issue, like according to Color Club, because I contacted them about it and they were like, yep, it looks like you got a batch issue. But a lot of people years later still purchasing this polish, they are getting the same exact color I have. So maybe it's not a batch. Maybe it's the whole fucking thing. Topped with China Glaze's Fairy Dust. She's pretty and pretty opaque. Not a dupe. On my ring finger, I tried Color Club's Anything But Basic, topped with ILNP's Power Surge. I was hoping Power Surge would up this to Kelly. Instead it just kind of made this like bleach green a little bit more just tinged. It's cute and I love the combo, but not a dupe. And on my pinky, I tried Ice Cream Nails Venomous, topped with China Glaze's Fairy Dust. Meh, it's cute. I like it. Not a dupe though. But what I settled on my thumb is LA Colors Mint, topped with China Glaze's Fairy Dust. That's pretty cute. Now, I did have some issues photographing this. My camera did not see this nearly as bright as I saw IRL, but when I put the swatches on my monitor, the discrepancies I was seeing IRL versus my camera screen, I would consider an okay discrepancy. If I had purchased this polish online and that's what I experienced IRL, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's just like studio lighting, blah, 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 blah. The differences were so insignificant, I didn't feel like I needed to touch this up. It is just like knocked 2 saturation levels down. My camera wasn't that far off that I needed to bump up the saturation level. It was close enough and I felt like it was acceptable. Let's see how I did. Does it match the feel of the collection? Yes. Does it match the feel of the polish? Yes. Does it match the color? Yes. Does it match the undertones? Half a point. Does it match the finish? Jelly. Yes. Though I don't think mint is supposed to be a jelly. Just gonna put that out there. I don't think it is supposed to be a jelly. It doesn't kind of feel like one. It feels like a cream that doesn't have enough pigment, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, right? But it has the effect. Does it match the depth of the finish? Yes. Does it match the visual texture? Yes. And Could my man see the difference? He could. I should have bumped up the saturation, that bitch. You know what his #1 comment was? Mine was darker. How dare he? How dare he? I'm so upset. That means my dupe scores 6.5 points. How do they compare in cost? Well, ILNP's Jelly Bean retails for $10 USD, where LA Colors Mint, at the most it could cost you, is $3.50, and China Glaze's Fairy Dust retails for $8.50, bringing my dupe to the grand total of $12. Out of a possible 48 points, I scored 30.5, bringing me to the overall percentage of 63%. I feel like that's not bad at all, especially because I lack a lot of these jellies in my collection. I feel like I got so close, at least much closer than the last time I tried to dupe out an ILNP polish. Hey, improvements, okay? We're still not above a passing grade, but we're getting there, okay? Here is the montage, or collage. It's a collage, not a montage. Oh, here is the collage of all my dupe attempts. Wow. If you have any dupes for these, please list them in the comments down below. And if you made it this far in the video and you're interested in more tomfoolery, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would mean oh so much. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye. I didn't do the fucking math. Also, because, editing Linry. Hi. Well, gummy bears retail, well, ILNP's gummer bears, where LA Colors, oh god. You've got the petty, topped with, Delia? Della? Does it, what? But now I have a bit more too much. Now I have, well, rock candy, motherfucker. Rock lobster. You cringe? It's not that. I didn't get that. Well, ILNP's Jelly Bean retails for $10 USD. Oh my god.